it's Jitan here and welcome to TradersTV. I often get asked the same question all the time I'm on the trading floor here in London. And that question is, what's the one thing that I can do to change my trading for the better? So in today's video, it's dedicated to the one thing that you can be doing right now to make your trading better. Let's get started.
So what is the one thing that will make your trading better? It's a common question I get all the time. And honestly, it's a hard one to answer because there are loads of different things that you can be doing to improve your trading. But having traded for the past 12 years and having educated over hundreds of people all around the world, you start to see common patterns of success and failure. And really, there's one thing that it all boils down to. And the one thing that will make your trading better is responsibility and making sure that you are responsible. And it really comes down to this. One of the key things when we talk about responsibility is that you need to be responsible for your own results, the good and the bad. You can't blame it on your strategy, you can't blame it on your coach, you can't blame it on your broker, you can't blame it on anything else. You are responsible for your own trading results, the good and the bad. Because after all, you are the one who's clicking the button. You are the one that's putting money on the line. You're the one that is making that decision at the end of the day. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you fully accept the outcome of what this trade could be. Good or a bad trade, a winning or a losing trade. And this is an important one because so many times I see people blame everything and everyone else apart from themselves, when at the end of the day, they're the ones who actually push the button. Yes, you might be following rules that someone has told you about, but if you keep following the same rules over a sample of trades, you will know if that strategy works or not. The issue is that most people don't make it past the third losing trade because they don't feel responsible for their trading strategy because they haven't done the back testing. They haven't built the belief and the confidence within their system. So remember, you are responsible for your results, the good and the bad. You're also responsible for the actions you take, the decisions that you make, the decisions to not take a trade, to stay out of a winning trading opportunity or a losing opportunity. You are responsible for that. The decision to get into a winning or a losing trade. You are completely responsible for all the actions you take. If you take a trade based on someone else's recommendation and you haven't done your own due diligence, whether it wins or loses, you're responsible for the outcome because you're the one who decided to act upon it. Remember, it's your own money on the line here. The issue with most traders is that they're risking such a small amount on a trade that it almost invites them to not really care or to have careless trading because the risk size is so small. There's little consequence if you get it wrong. I always tell my traders, start thinking as if you're risking £1,000 per trade, because at some point you may want to get to that point. The way you would trade £50 per trade compared to £5,000 per trade, it's going to be different, but it shouldn't be because the market doesn't care how much money you have on any one trade. So remember this, you are responsible for the actions you take, the good and the bad. You're also responsible if your stop loss is in the wrong place. I hear this one all the time. Okay, well, my broker hunted my stop. Okay, or the market went to go and find my stop loss and it took me out and went the other way. Well, the market didn't do anything. Yeah. You're the one who put the stop loss there. You're the one who decided to put it very close to the market. And if the market is ranging and it's a low volume market, it will go to hit your stop loss because in the FX market, it's an OTC market. It's an over-the-counter market. It can only move based on where all the orders are placed because that's where all the liquidity is placed. That's the only place where everyone can execute their trading position. So it will have to go there. We want it to go there in order for our trades to work out as well. So you need to understand that you are responsible if your stop loss ends up being in the wrong place. Okay, at the end of the day, it's your own money. You should be deciding where to set your stop loss. At the end of the day, it's your risk. So you are responsible if you miss the trade. This is another big one as well. Too often people blame other things. My job got in the way of me missing these trading opportunities, or this person got in the way of me missing this trade. At the end of the day, you're responsible for missing that trade. If you weren't there to take the trade, then first of all, you haven't missed it because you weren't there to take it. If you're there available to trade and you weren't 100% and you missed the trade, well, you're responsible for that. If it went on to be a winning trade, well, you're responsible for that. So what can you learn from that? Well, you just need to be more structured in your approach. And remember this, you're responsible for the future and only you have the power to change it. So it all comes down to responsibility. The one thing that will make your trading better is acting responsible. Accepting the fact that whatever your results are, you are the one responsible for that. It's not your trading strategy. It's not anything else, because you're the one who's deciding to press the button. If you don't believe in your trading strategy, then why are you risking your own money on it? Yeah? Do your back testing, build the belief and confidence in what you're trading, and then have the confidence to start trading your strategy. Then you'll start acting more responsibly, whether you win or whether you lose. And of course, most people, when they're losing, somehow they don't take responsibility for their own actions. They blame it on something else. So really important. Responsibility is definitely the one thing that's going to make your trading better. You've got to learn about it, and you've got to make sure in your weekly review process that all the decisions you're making, all the steps you're taking are from a place of responsibility.
So that's one thing that will make your trading better. Of course, there are other things that can help to make your trading better as well. If you would like to know what they are, then click on the link below and register for one of our free Forex trading workshops where you can hear from our professional traders on what they are using to help their trading become better. I'll see you next time.